Hey there, it's Chris from Laser Lemming, and today I'm going to be using a microphone just because, why not? Gonna try it out. It's a condenser microphone. It's a really nice microphone, so my voice should be sounding silky smooth right now. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about franchises, specifically franchises that might be on their way out. Now, Ubisoft, I prefer to say Ubisoft, but I guess the name is really Ubisoft. Anyway, from here on out, we're going to say Ubisoft. So Ubisoft released Splinter Cell Blacklist last month, and within that first month, it sold less than 350,000 units on all consoles and all platforms it was on. It was on the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, the Wii U, and the PC. And it didn't sell well. The Wii U version sold especially poorly, and that's partially to blame because a lot of stores didn't even order the Wii U version. So a lot of people couldn't even buy it for the Wii U if they wanted to. But it sold poorly across all platforms. And that's pretty bad for that franchise. 350,000, less than 350,000. And Ubisoft invested a lot of money into that game. A lot of money. They did full-on motion capture. They did, what else they do? They did, got that whole new voice actor. They could have kept Michael Ironside, who had that classic voice, but I don't think his voice would have necessarily saved this game. But that's a big deal. That's a big deal that a game of that magnitude sold less than 500,000 units in its first month. And first month sales are always the biggest month for a game. Well, usually. Almost like 99% of the time. First month sales and first week sales really too. Really are where most of the money comes from because the game is still full price and it's still fresh in a lot of people's minds. So this game is not going to do well. Another game that did pretty poorly like last year or the year before was Max Payne 3. I don't think that made Rockstar money. I think they lost money on that. So I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing another Max Payne game anytime soon. But speaking of that, the reason I brought that up is because I don't know if we're going to see another Splinter Cell game anytime soon. That's a lot of money to dump into a franchise only to see it sell pretty poorly. Now, I don't think it was necessarily because they changed the voice to a younger voice actor. They had like a 33-year-old playing like a 55-year-old in this new game. And so it really irked me, but I still wanted to play the game. I thought the game looked great itself, but not necessarily the voice or the story. So there's that. And another game that's also kind of sold pretty poorly from Ubisoft was Rayman Legends. Both games, now Rayman Legends, before I move on, was kind of a situation where it was going to be a Wii U exclusive, and it was supposed to be released last February. They delayed it until September in order to put it on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, and they did this in order to gain more sales. However, I don't think it worked out for them. Actually, they also put it on the Vita and the PC too. I should note that. But I don't think it worked out for them because, first of all, Nintendo fans really seem to flock to games that are exclusive to Nintendo consoles, almost to an annoying degree that they don't buy games for Nintendo consoles that aren't exclusive to them. So that's kind of annoying. But it's true. In a lot of cases, it's true. Not for everybody, but it's true. And the game was no longer exclusive, and a lot of people swore off Ubisoft as soon as they heard the news. They said, F you, Ubisoft, I'm never going to buy this game now because you delayed it and you're putting it on other consoles. It's immature, but it's true. Another factor against Rayman Legends was that they put it out like the same week, like a couple days before Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 just stole the charts. Pretty much everybody and their mama played Grand Theft Auto 5. That's a $60 investment. Not a lot of people have tons of money to put into games, but almost all of them put money into Grand Theft Auto 5. That's not a lot of room for Rayman Legends. So I think those two factors really hurt that game. And both games have now been discounted by both GameStop and Amazon by $20 already. That's less than a month in, and both games are $20 cheaper. Wait a few more weeks, wait another month, it's going to be even cheaper than that. You're still seeing the benefit of being able to get games a lot cheaper, not a lot longer after they're out. So I think we really need to adjust the way we price things out the gate in this industry. Kind of like how Batman on the Wii U, since it's missing the multiplayer, it's going to be charged, it's going to cost $10 less than it does on the PlayStation 3 and the 360. So I think we should look at these pricing models a little bit more flexibly. Another reason I brought this whole franchise thing up is because we're finally seeing new franchises being introduced. You got Drive Club and a lot. There's a lot. I can't even give you too many names, to be honest, right now. I'm kind of tired, but there's a lot of good franchises, new franchises coming out. I don't know if they're going to be good yet, but so it's kind of interesting. We're seeing these new franchises, but I think we might also be seeing old franchises die or just stop altogether, at least for a while. I don't think we're seeing a new Splinter Cell anytime soon. I think Ubisoft had plans to bring the franchise back strong, but I think they're probably going to can those plans for a while at least. Rayman, I don't think Rayman's going to die, but I think there probably isn't going to be another game like that for a while. Maybe we'll see more on the handheld side or the iPhone and Android side of things, but I don't think we're going to see another big game like Rayman Legends for a while, unless the game sells well. And I could be wrong about that one, because Rayman Origins was kind of a slow fighter, and it was like a slow and steady wins the race kind of thing, and it was enough to get us Rayman Legends, so who knows. But it seems almost like a blood in, blood out kind of thing, so we're losing old franchises and gaining new ones. It's just something I thought was interesting, and I thought I would share with you, and I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions on that. Alright, as promised, this is the end of the week, and we do have a winner for the Limbo contest. All you had to do was comment, say something thought-provoking, interesting, funny, it didn't matter. I wanted to give away a free Steam copy of Limbo. I don't even know if this person knows that they were eligible, but they just won. And you, Magnetic Thundeath, have won for the best comment. Magnetic Thundeath wrote, P2P is definitely what made me decide against buying a PS4, as that is showing that they're becoming what Microsoft already is, a corporation that is getting more and more hungry for money. It can also be noticed by the fact that Sony is trying to attract more people to the service by promising free trials. But that's all BS, since in order for people to get to that trial, they have to give Sony their credit card info. Now you may or may not disagree with Magnetic Thundeath, but I thought it was a well thought out comment, and he gets free Limbo for it. If you wanted free Limbo, should have sparked my brain a little bit more. So congratulations, man. I'll inbox you that code. And in the meantime, if you guys, I'll probably do another one of these contests somewhere down the road when I get another copy my way for any game. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more. Like it if you liked it. I'll see you next time.